Good, thank you.
Please, could you firstly give us an update on the fitness of the squad?
Not really big difference from the last game. He said Job still recovering from the injury, getting steps forward, more involved with the team, but not full fit yet. Still the same with Adama, Rodrigo, and Ty Francois.
Okay, and how's this last week been? How do you reflect now on whatever was?
Now was an important one, a good win from ourselves. The reaction that we wanted to see, and I wanted to see, was there clear from the first minute. As a Premier League game, always competitive. Wolves is being a tough team to play against. They did started really well. Last few games for them they have been good, and of course we wanted to react. We wanted to make the home factor a key in that game, and I believe we did it. The way we started the game really well. The first goal we scored is a good example how we wanted to play and how did prepare the game, and the players they executed really well. Of course, the reaction from them, but overall was a really tight game, balanced game. But overall, I think we are the best team on the pitch, and we deserve the 3 points. And of course, was an important one for us.
You talk about the reaction, and I know post-match you talked a bit about you're pleased with the creativity. I wonder how do you build on that, and how do you keep that up going to Liverpool?
Of course, was a decision from ourselves to play. Normally play in the same system always, and we don't change many things. We can change the profile of the players, but when you play with so many offensive players from our number 6 to the top of the pitch, of course, can give us different things when you have the ball and more creative. Clear was the plan behind and the idea behind that changes, and of course in some moments could be not so compact because if it's different if you have, for example, Andreas and Tom Carney or Andreas and Alex as a number 8, or if you have Harrison Reed or Lukic in that position. So their profile is completely different. It's up to me for each game to decide what is going to be. But of course, we wanted to be more creative in that situations, to when the ball arrives in certain areas to take different decisions, to be more assertive and to create more chances. I think overall we did it during the game, and I'm pleased for that. But of course, much more from the players because they executed well.
And finally, from me, what have you made of what you've seen of Liverpool of late, and what kind of a test do you think that they'll provide for you this weekend?
As always, really tough to play at Anfield. The quality they have, the manager they have, and how the crowd is going to push them. Okay, there are 3 really important factors that can make the things really difficult for us. Because that I think they did start really well at home. I think they have been impressive. They have been perfect at home until now. I think for Premier League 6 games, 6 wins, and of course I think 10 in 10 with Europa League too. I don't know if I'm correct, but probably something like that. They have been winning all the games at home so far. Tough task for us, really difficult one. But as always, you go there to play our game, to do our best. We know it's going to be tough, like it's always in Premier League against the top side in a very good moment, very good form. Probably it's going to be more, but okay, we have to keep improving, to keep is a process that we are. We have to keep improving, trying to do the right things, and of course, do our best to take points.
Thank you.
Roger. Hi, Marco. Hi. You spoke before about how you wanted a reaction from the Wolves game, and you got the reaction that you wanted, the first win in over a month as well. Have you noticed since then a difference around the place? Does it give the place a lift going to the next?
Definitely, all of us that we are in football, day after a good performance and a win is always different, the face and the mood than if you don't do it. And of course this is different. It's not that it's not the end of the world if the month before we are in panic or something like that. We know what we are doing, what we are building, where we want to arrive. In some moments we have up and downs, as always, more in this competition that is so tough. In one month you can have so tough month that can happen many things, of course. But answer direct to you, of course, the day after was completely different because the players, they need good results. At the end, you can do many things well. You can give confidence for them. They can prepare themselves well. The training session, we can try to give confidence for them. But it's always one thing that is above all the others. They are the results. And of course, if you get good results, even with the good moments of football like we did last Monday, of course, lift them and help them to go for certain levels that we already proved that you can play, and you can see, I think it was a good week. It's being a good week for us. Of course, we have another session tomorrow. It's been a good week. You can see some players, of course, they start to get more confident. It's part of the process, and the good results helps always.
Tom Kearney came in, and you were full of praise for him after the game, said he was the best player on the pitch. He hasn't started many now, but does that performance put him back up there now to give you something to think about in terms of formations and whether he starts more often?
Yes, I said that, and when I said I agree, of course, with the people that voted. I saw him with the award of the man of the match, and I mentioned that in the end of the match too, because I saw him really, and of course the people that decided that, I agree. It was one of, William at very good level too. I think first half from Andres was really good as well, but overall he had a very, very good impact in the game, and of course helped the team, gave the team what really I wanted and what I planned, and because that he did start the game. Of course, it's something that is giving us, sometimes not so often from the beginning, but when he came in the games and all that stuff. Tom knows how he's being important for me from the first day. When I arrived, he was injured in that moment, and from the start or from the bench, I know that what Tom can give us as well, some things that he knows that he has to keep working really hard to improve in the way I want him to play, but he gave us what we needed, some calm on the ball, quality on the ball, right decisions in any moment of the game. His attitude and the commitment with the idea, with the plan was really good, and of course I'm pleased for him, because if he started the game, it's because he deserved to start.
You said there's still some things that he knows that he has to work on that you want from him. Has it been difficult for him as the club captain? You know, he doesn't always start, he's still respected around the place, but as a footballer you want to be starting, you think, I'm the captain, I want to play, or has he just always been head down, he'll keep doing what's asked of him whenever he's called upon?
Yeah, but I don't see any rule in football that a captain has to start football matches always. I don't know that rule. Tom knows how it's important for us. He's the captain because I decided for him to be the captain of this football club since I arrived, and he deserves to be the arm brand when he's on the pitch, and it's really important for me. As I repeat again, from the bench or not, about his behavior, top behavior as a professional, top behavior always, starting or not, helping 5 minutes or 80 or 90. He's always the same. Tom, he wants to play, definitely, like I want him to hungry to play and to start football matches, but about his behavior, when he started or not, top behave, always ready to help the team. Happy boy, always to work every single day, and top behave as a professional.
He came in to do a job the other day. You said you wanted the team to play a certain way against Wolves. Does it change going up to Anfield, different proposition, taking on Liverpool, or do you go in with the same intention?
The intention is the same. With a certain profile of players or not, but the intention is the same, to play in our way, to perform in the way we did, not overall the under minutes, but we had very good spells during the game, and the idea is the same. If he's going to be with the same 3 midfielders and same 2 wingers or something different, it's up to me to decide, and we are going to have a plan, of course.
And how do you go into that sort of game? You talked about Liverpool's perfect home record in league matches and cup matches as well, absolutely perfect 100% record so far this season. Is that an incentive to go and be the first people to maybe take that record?
It's always clear. If you look on the paper, of course, show that it's going to be a really tough task for us, because if they have been doing really well against all the sides they played already at home, and credits to them, show that it's going to be tough. But at the same time, if it's there for someone to break, we are going to be the next ones to play against them. Is always a chance to break that home record that they have right now, and is a very good challenge, but it's a motivation for us as well.
Looking back at the Wolves game, a lot of controversial decisions, a lot of debatable decisions on that. Just moving on from that, there've been I've had discussions about maybe bringing in more VAR to look at yellow cards and free kicks and so on. I know you've had opinions on VAR before, but what's your response to that? The fact that they might actually bring in more, start looking at a few more things with VAR.
It's difficult, of course. One of the things that Premier League has and everyone loves around the world, not just here, around the world, is the intensity of the game, is the passion from the fans to be always on, and all of us we want, of course. The referees for sure, the people that is in charge. As less you stop the game, is going to be much better. The way they are going to do it, I don't know. But really, what I hope that everybody that is going to take decisions can speak with players and manager as well to come the right decision, and probably with fans too, to come the right decisions, because the football match cannot be stopped in every 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the game. In the right moment should be. And I understand some games they have more incidents than the others, and this is part of that, and they have to stop, but to don't be stopped every time, because at the end we have to give we have to help the referees, but we have to give the responsibility for them to take the decisions, because they are able to do it as well.
And just on some of those decisions, Gary O'Neill was very measured in what he said after the game, but subsequent to that, as we said that certain decisions perhaps wouldn't have been given on reflection now, and that maybe wrong decisions. Do you have sympathy at all for Gary O'Neill, or part of the game?
I had sympathy with him, like I expect him to have sympathy with us when against Brentford at home I lost the game with a penalty that wasn't penalty and was the second yellow card for team. When we play against Man City away from home, 1-1 at 45 minutes, a clear offside goal, and the VAR, the linesman and the VAR, they didn't see. It's not just sympathy with the others. We have to look for Fulham as a football club as well, because I believe that we are playing in the same competition all. If I want, I answer to you, clear. Of course, sympathy with Gary O'Neill, definitely. But of course, sometimes you should ask them if they have sympathy with Fulham as well, because this clear is not just for one side. I mentioned to you 2 games. I can mention another one that in the first 5 games of the season, if you look what's happened now with Wolves, and unlucky clear for them in some games, all that stuff. I didn't follow all the games that you expect. Of course, sympathy with Gary O'Neill, 100% sure. But of course, the first 5 games, many of the decisions they came against us as well. And this situation, and I don't know if someone asked the other managers if they had sympathy with me in that moment.
And just finally from me, I know a lot of managers will be asked today about, again, going back to what IFAB were discussing, about the whole idea of sin bins. People get a yellow card, they get a red card now, talking about the possibility that get sent off for 10 minutes. What's your take on that?
I don't know. I don't have opinion really about this situation. I know that in other sports is something that can happen. I don't have opinion really right now about it. I would prefer to see how they are going to think about it. If you can debate between all of us and to talk about the situation, because everything that can come to help this sport, this sport that we all love, and to don't break the passion from ourselves and the emotions from the game and the passion from the fans, everything that comes to help is always welcome. Things that is always to stop and to take something that we love in this sport, I will not agree.
Thanks, Marco.
Thank you very much.
Ruben, and then I'll come to you. Emma,
Hi,
okay?
Marco.
Hi.
Let's pretend you're the Wolves manager and putting yourself in Gary O'Neill's position on Monday night. How would you have reacted after the game?
But I'm Marco Silva. I'm not Wolves manager. We have to wait a little bit or go. I'm going to answer in the same way than you. You know how I reacted against City. You know how I reacted against Brentford. You know how I reacted against other clubs. I think you have my answer about it. Okay.
You've been to Anfield a lot as a manager. Obviously,
Sorry, can you repeat?
You've been to Anfield a lot as a
Okay.
manager. Obviously, you used to be the Everton manager as well.
Yes.
What's it like going there? Atmosphere? How difficult can it be?
Great atmosphere for the home team, of course, but great atmosphere for everyone that loves football. You have to enjoy to play in that ground, in that atmosphere. 100% sure. Of course, I was there as a manager of Everton, and as you know, even you cannot compare the atmosphere, because it's always a derby, and derby is always special there. But great crowd, amazing atmosphere to play football. Difficult for the away team always, but if you are a football player, you should enjoy that type of atmosphere to play.
They've been consistent performers at the top of the Premier League since Jurgen Klopp's been in charge. Why is that? What makes them so good?
Top quality manager, my opinion. Of course, what he's doing there is impressive, and of course the change in that football club speaks for his work. Of course, it's clear, great relationship with everybody, the connection with the fans, connection with the players too, and for sure I'm not inside, but with everybody around him, definitely, and of course quality in the way they play, quality in the players that they have, and of course because that they have been achieving very good results.
From a tactical standpoint, what do they sort of bring to the table?
Okay, it's clear, of course, the last 10 months, 15 months, I have to say, with Arnold in the different position. I think from the middle of the last season, the way they changed and they start to use more Arnold as a right back inside, and of course with the quality that he has, he gives different things for in their build-up. A player like with his quality, even if he's a right back, of course, can see different things as well. The last pass from him, the assist and all that stuff. Even when he has a chance to shoot from the longer range as well, is an important player. And of course, when you have the three players in the attack line that normally they play, they are always a threat. They are always really tough. Not just 1v1 situations when they're attacking behind. They are a team that they are going to offer to put on ourselves always a threat. We have to be really compact, really consistent, and to show the character and the personality to play in our way when we have the ball.
Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, Marco.
Hi.
It was a 1-0 win for them in this fixture last season due to a penalty decision that you weren't happy with at the time.
Yes.
What are your memories of
That happened with Fulham as well, not just with the other clubs. Yes, it was not a penalty at all in that moment, and of course I reacted like probably reacted last game, and I'm going to react in the future again, and all that stuff is, this type of the mistakes are in the game from managers first of all, from players, and sometimes from the referees as well. When it's against us, of course we are upset. We don't like, because we are in this job to win football matches. When it's against the opposition sides, we have to recognize that the mistake is there. Like I said, no problem. I said the first penalty for us was a soft penalty in Tom Carney. I recognize that in the end of the match. I disagree totally with the second penalty for us. For me, it's a clear penalty. Clear penalty in that situation. The first is a soft, was a decision from the referee. But see what it is a reaction. That moment I was not happy. We did perform well in that game. We lost with a penalty that wasn't.
Mo Salah scored that penalty.
Yeah.
He's on the verge of creating more records at Liverpool at the moment. I know that he's just one of many good players in that side, but what do you make of him in particular as a player?
Top player, top quality. Where that today in football is so difficult to find top players that they are so consistent, and Salah is being so consistent last 5-6 years in Premier League, and scoring so many goals. And when you find a player with this quality to come from the side and to have the capacity to score in many ways like he does, at the same time that can assist his teammates as well. Of course, he's also a threat for any team that play against in a counter-attack, in open play. Even if you are more low, he has the capacity to find a way to do it. He's a top player, top quality player, and because that he's doing so well.
Fabio Carvalho went to Liverpool in the summer. Would you like to have seen him playing for Liverpool, or are you following his career? Are you happy to see what Liverpool are doing with him at the moment?
It's not for me to talk about it. It's Liverpool team. It's for Jurgen and for the Liverpool to talk about the situation.
Okay, it wouldn't be a Fulham press conference without somebody asking about João Paulinho. He will be back for this game. How valuable is he as a player? How good is it that he will be?
Firstly, to mention, because it's important, because I know that some of you asked me last week that, and of course João is really important for us. We cannot hide that situation, and I answered to you last week, because that since he arrived in our club for Premier League, he started all the matches when he is available. But at the same time, we did show that you are capable to win without João or without any player. That is because it's the way that I see football. Of course, with with our all the players available, with our best players on the pitch, of course we are stronger as Liverpool, City, Wolves, or any team in this league. But I want the team to show that we are capable to win without key players if they are injured or if they are with the game out by suspended as well. Okay, he's working with the team, he's ready to go, and of course we with him ready, other solutions for me, and if he's going to start, of course, it's going to be João Palhinha again on the pitch.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Broadcast section finished. Cameras off, please.